you have ADHD, there is one state that is most likely blocking your manifestations or making them take longer and more chaotic. That state is impatience. Have you ever felt that way when you're manifesting? I feel that way all the time. The biggest mistake we can make with impatience is to try to force the 3D to conform. And we also can feel like when there's a lot of impatience, like it's not working. It's never going to work. It's like that all or nothing thinking that we as ADHDers often find ourselves getting sucked into, like that black and white. Either it's working or it's not. In today's video, I'm going to explain why things don't manifest instantaneously. They just don't. And as soon as I realized this, it has helped me so much. Okay, so when we're manifesting, is that there is something that Neville Goddard called the bridge of incidence. So that is like the lag time. There is like built-in lag time for manifestation, which I didn't realize until I started studying Neville. I heard it over and over. Like Abraham Hicks would say, you know, like stop being so concerned with having it this red hot minute. Let's say you're a movie producer, you're a movie director, right? Because that's what we are, right? We're the directors. We're not the little actors that are being told what to do. We're the directors. So we've directed our movie in the past to go a certain way through our states, through our self-concept, which is what we believe to be true about ourselves, what we believe to be true about the world, and what we believe to be true about whatever it is we're manifesting, right? So it could be like, oh, well, all men treat me this way, or this SP is like this, and this is how they act. So this is what I'm going to get from them, right? So it's like our beliefs about them. So okay, so basically, the film that was filmed by our old self-concept, that is what's being reflected in the 3D. So usually the 3D is old news, right? By the time you're seeing the 3D reflect, it's like a movie that has been filmed 3 months ago and now you're watching the movie, right? It's not a reflection of your current state or your current thoughts. When we get sucked into the 3D, it's hard not to. I'm on some bridges right now, and it's so hard not to get sucked into the 3D. But the 3D is not reflecting what we want. So maybe it's reflecting a bunch of bills, right? And no money coming in. Maybe it's reflecting something that you don't want, the thing that you don't want, and that's what the 3D is reflecting. You have to remember, this is old news. This is old news. This is not a reflection of my current state. And going back to the state that you want to be in as quickly as possible is what's needed. And that doesn't mean you can't have feelings. You can't be upset. You have to be in the perfect vibration all the time to get what you want. That's not what it is. But it is saying to yourself, okay, the 3D is reflecting this. This is old news. This is a reflection of this thought that I had. And so now I'm going to work to get back into the state and to keep the state as steady as possible, to keep remembering the state as much as possible, and to keep feeling the state as much as possible. Being the millionaire, being the successful YouTuber, being the successful business owner, like that is the state that I am occupying. And we can choose a new state whenever we want, right? Sometimes it takes a little time to get out of the old state, and that's where tapping is really great. I'm going to make a tapping video for when you are on the bridge of incidences so that you don't lose your momentum, because you have built some momentum. So it's really important when you're on the bridge to look at any movement as movement, even to look at no movement as movement. And it really is about how you are framing what's happening, right? So you could either be framing Silence, like, oh, my SP doesn't care about me, they're ignoring me, or like my SP is actually lining up so they can be the person that I deserve to be with. Which one feels better? Like, either way, which one feels better, right? You want to feel as good as possible on the bridge, just for yourself. And just knowing that there's a bridge, like, that has helped me so much to be like, okay, I'm on the bridge is unfolding. Let's just keep going back to that state. If you have ADHD, things move fast, and you like moving fast, and you like that intensity, and you don't like that bridge. You don't want to be on the bridge for a minute. You want the thing. But think about this. If you got everything you thought about right now, that would be kind of crazy, right? It's like, oh, now I'm in Costa Rica. Oh, wait, now I'm living in this mansion. Now I have this person. You know, that would be really chaotic. So the bridge gives us time to step into the version of ourselves that when the thing that we want comes, we are ready for it. We're ready for it. So just look at the bridge as you getting ready. I'm going to give an example. When I was getting pregnant a long time ago with my son, who's now 14 years old, it took a while. It took like a year of really trying. I think it took 13 months actually, but it felt like a long time. If you're on that journey, it can be very disheartening. Every month that I wasn't pregnant, it was so disappointing, but also it was giving me a lot of time to work on myself. It was giving me a lot of time to work on my private practice so that when I did have my son, my private practice was all set up, right? And it was something that I could just go back to. It gave me just a lot of time to work on that aspect, to like make sure my career was in a good place and that I didn't have to work for anybody else. So next time it's taking a long time for you to manifest, just remember the bridge. Remember, the bridge is unfolding exactly as it should. And you might not be able to see that right now when you're in the midst of it, but you will be able to see it afterwards. And just remember, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to feel disappointed. It's okay to feel impatient. But you want to persist in allowing yourself to be that identity that gets everything that you want. Everything that you want. Because you deserve to get every single thing that you want. Whether it takes 10 minutes or whether it takes a couple of years. Like sometimes things take a couple of years and that's okay. Right? As long as we are continuing to grow and continuing to be the new identity. I hope that was helpful. Let me know where you are on your bridges, and I wish you the smoothest of bridges, the least chaotic of bridges. So here's to a easy bridge where you're not getting so sucked in to the 3D, to all the bullshit, and stay tuned for a tapping video.